There's King of the Pit TV. I got a bothered eye, so if I close my eye, such as now, if I just start, weeping pure blood out of my eye. Don't hate. We're listening to Slipknot, people. This one's entitled 3-0. We're listening to the subliminal verses from start to finish. Let's get straight into it. Yo, I think this band is like Resident Evil 4 personified as a band. Oh, I jammed this stuff out whilst I was playing Resi 4 on the GameCube back in the day. This would be my jam. That reminds me of when I used to do the same thing whilst listening to System of a Down. It reminded me of a track called what's that one? Banana, 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 terracotta. Because there's a vocal in there that kind of sounds like that. I'm going to bounce for a second, sort my eye out, people. And look. Yes, now, bless now. What was only just a moment for you was like a good hour for me sorting my eye out. Just got myself a cup of coffee. We're listening to 3-0. You know what? We'll listen from the start because I'm a little out of touch at this point. You know what we're doing. Volume 3 subliminal verses. So I definitely commented on the System of a Down song and Resident Evil because it still brought me that same sort of vocal effect that was in that System of a Down song, except it's on a guitar this time. The guitar sort of portrays that same sound I found ever so unique to that one System song. Question to the Slipknot fans, right? Does anybody ever hardcore dance at these events? I know they probably won't be dancing for long. You know what I mean? Because it's all about the push party at these dudes. But does anybody try actually spin kicking or all like that to these riffs? Because there's some hardcore riffs. Death metal. This is not my fight. This is something more. This is not my life. This is not my revolution. This is not my convolution. This is not my expectation. This is not my desperation. Yeah! Hold up, start a take for the hell of it. Look at me. I'm the glorified malcontent. Save me, save this. All I gotta do is give up, and all is forgiven. I'm sick. We got a real busy vocal line on this tune, and we've got some really death metal riffing at times, like that chug bit, dun 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 dun, and just the riff that came before, the tremolo picking bit was just like, dude. I'm being the butt of a cosmic joke, and I don't get the punchline. A million people lined up for miles to see the great big mouth. Shut up and apologize. This is not my war. This is not my fight. This is something more. This is not my life. This is not my revolution. This is not my convolution. This is not my only reason to question why. Today I said goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I didn't need to leave and stay right here. Today I said goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I didn't need to This is a groovy record, man. There's some groovy spots. There's some ignorant chugging going on. Dude. It's been a minute since I listened to the first two records. Because I had them I listened through to them a bit ago. I listened to the first Slipknot record when I wasn't even playing the audio through here. It was like through my laptop speakers. So that was a moment ago now. This is like got a hardcore groove element to it, man. And I know they have in the past, but like this is, you'd mosh hard to this, man. Hey, shout out to all the metalheads, all the new metalheads watching the channel. I got a background of punk and hardcore punk music, so I approach these riffs a little differently, you know what I mean? I'm the pariah. I am the lion. I can't take anything. Accuse me of everything. Cut off the system. Deny my existence. I won't be afraid. I won't be unmade. God, break it off. God, by the line. God, say it. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I didn't need to leave to stay right here. Today I said goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I didn't need to leave to stay right here. Today I said goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I didn't need to leave to stay right here. Today I said goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I didn't need to leave to stay right here. Today I said goodbye. Let's go back a little. There's a real heavy bass frequency during this bit, but it sounds almost as if it's on the keys as opposed to just the bass guitar. That bit, doom, doom. Very nice. Comment on the drumming. So I'm not a drummer, right? So I can't really play the drums. I can play a D beat and that's about it. And I can't play a D beat well. I just know the rhythm and I just try my best, you know. And it falls apart, but it's good enough for me. During these reactions, I tend to do a little bit of air drumming. When I first got into playing music and learning instruments, I did start on the drums before moving onto the guitar. Couldn't play the drums where I was living, man. It'd just make too much noise. I'd just end up annoying the neighbours, man. We only had thin walls, so that was the situation with that. But when I tried to air drum along to Slipknot, Joey throws these fills in and these incredible sort of movements in the playing so often and frequent. I feel embarrassed to even try jamming along with it, you know what I mean? Whereas these other bands, I mean, I listened to bloody Weezer before this, and I was just jamming along. Don't get me wrong, Weezer was sick. I enjoyed listening to him, but the craft in this metal drumming is really above and beyond.